What is good, Space Cowboys? Zero here, bringing you a video on transforming the Razorleaf. So the Razorleaf is a legendary Class A ship that you will get for free when you do the Mantis quest. Really, really great quest, great rewards. Highly recommend that you go do that as soon as you get that quest. But the ship itself isn't really going to take you to the end game. So what I'm going to do is show you my upgrade that I did to turn this into just an absolute shredding beast in the end game here. So I've got the old Razorleaf here so we can compare, and then I've got each layer of my ship build laid out here. I'm going to go through each of the 3 levels, and then we'll look at the thing in the incomplete. You know, just the overall design of this, I tried to stay somewhat true to the original shape of the Razorleaf. This is a C-class Razorleaf, and I just wanted to still kind of hold true to what the Mantis would have flown here, but obviously make it better in every single way. Right now my total credits on all of this build is 561,000. You'll probably get a little bit back whenever you actually scrap the old Razorleaf here. I didn't pull any of the components over from this, even though I tried to work in a few of them into this design. But let's go ahead and look starting at the base level here, and I'm using these Nova Galactic landing gears to kind of make the middle spine of my landing pad here. In the back, I originally wanted to try and keep the landing bay from the Razorleaf, but this one, you know, has a door that loads straight into a bay, and I actually like to have my ships a bit up off the ground, so I don't really like to have any hab modules on the bottom. Plus I needed these landing gear. I mean, you could put a hab module here, or at least maybe just a causeway that could give you a ladder straight up, but I just opted for this 120 LD landing bay from Deimos. I like this one quite a bit. I just like the shape of it. It looks pretty good on the undercarriage of most ships, and you've got, you know, your top loading. The ladder is how you get in through that. Now my main deck, I tried to keep pretty much everything in the ship on a single deck. I didn't want to go crazy wild with the habs. I didn't need every hab. I don't really care too much about most of the interior of my ship, but I do want it to look cool as I walk through, as well as being functional. So the ladder should take us right up here into this Stroud Battle Stations 2x2. I like this one. Maybe not my favorite. I don't know. I might end up changing this one out for maybe, I don't know, a Deimos, which is a bit more open. This one kind of has a bunch of compartmentalized stations, which I'll show you when we look at the inside. But that is maybe one I'll change in the future. But I will definitely keep a 2x2 battle station here. Maybe just not Stroud Eklund. Right next to that, I've just got an all-in-one berth. I don't usually pick up any bounties for passengers, but I like to have it. I usually like to see my crew just kind of hanging out in these, so I put in a Stroud Eklund all-in-one berth there. Then, much like the original Razorleaf that has the Deimos Armory 2x1, I kept the Armory 2x1 here, the Deimos, that leads right into the Ares S40.2 bridge. I wanted to use this one, and I may change it out to the, again, I don't know. I never can make up my mind. That's why I have such a hard time with these builds. I may change it out. I would have to kind of fix the top deck if I did this, but where is it? The well, maybe I don't even have it on here. The one that requires 2 floors. I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, but I like this one. It only takes 1 deck. It's got that really cool control console in the middle. I love the big Windows viewpoint. I mean, it's one of my favorite bridges, I think. But went with that one. Go with a different one. It might give it a different look. This one kind of looks like a little bit of a turtle. I kept the same landing gears as the Razorleaf, these 220 CB landing gears from Deimos. I added extra though, so I've got 4 of those on the front and back of the wings. I tried to keep the wings pretty much the same. I'm still using these Stroud engine bracers, just like on the original, and instead of the Ares DT60, I am using the Hercules DT160 on both sides. So I really amped up the thrust that I am getting there. Not only did I add those though, I dropped these white dwarfs. The white dwarf, even the larger versions, just don't provide the thrust that I wanted, so I threw on some of the Supernova 2200s here on the back. For fuel, I got my fuel pods right back here and behind or next to my engines. Felt like that was a sensible place to put fuel pods. I could be wrong. Maybe that'll cause more explosions. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a recall. But we've got these 2 500T helium-3 tanks from Ballistics. And then, of course, I have the SGG 3300 grav drive. I think this one has the highest grav drive health. I'm not sure. It definitely is one of the better ones. I can't remember all the stats, but this one seems to work. I like the way it looks. At this point, it doesn't really matter if I have a little extra hull or not. And then I'm using the Pinch 8Z reactor. This is my favorite reactor. It's pretty good. I think you got to be level 60 to be able to use this reactor, though. It's either level 45 or level 60. It's one of the higher unlocks in the game. You also need to have piloting 4 and Starship Design 4. So, I mean, hopefully you're at that point. If not, you got something to work towards. Building your own ship with sweet Pinch 8Z. That is the main deck. Now I have 2 weapons, my weapon 1 and weapon 2 slot. I am using the Obliterator 250 megavolt auto alpha beams. I got 3 of those. I think they take up 4 energy each, so that maxes out weapon. Oh, actually, that's weapon, yeah, 1. My weapon 0 here, I have the Vanguard Ares Particle Canyon. And I just have those mounted right up underneath these Nova cowlings that I kind of rounded off the edges with there. So those are the Vanguard Ares Particles underneath those Nova cowlings there. And that's pretty much that whole deck right there. And that is kind of the main part of my ship. And then it does go up one more. I had to get to the top of that engine to put my docker. So this will come right out from this square. There's my docker and then my cargo storage on either side here. I have this Galleon S203. There's no shielded cargo on this build. I don't really smuggle that much. I mean, if you do, you know, you might want to swap some of these out or maybe just go with a different build altogether. But I don't really do much smuggling of contraband, so I don't really care about the shielded cargo. Connecting to my engines, I have 2 Nova Galactic Nova bracers here. That goes over the top of the fuel pods. I wanted to kind of be able to see them down in there. And then again, I have the Nova cowlings on either side of my captain's quarters here. To just kind of round out the front, I used a front or 4 Deimos cowling. And then we have our shielding here, which is the Assurance SG-1800. I think this is the highest shield health. I'm pretty sure it's the highest one. Unless there's some that I haven't unlocked from Quest or something like that. But that is each level and every part. I'm going to throw this thing together, give you a tour, and then we will see how it actually performs in a field test. So let me go ahead and stick the bottom on there. Alright, so that's that. Let me get my weapons back on here. So those are my sort of non-lethal weapons in case I want to knock them out and board them. Alright, so starting to come together there. That's kind of the front profile so far with the bottom deck and landing gear. Alright, now this one will be easier. We can actually just take this and move it on. Boom. Alright, that is the new Razorleaf. The Razorleaf C. Again, I tried to keep a pretty true to the original. maybe a different bridge module. I mean, I could go with one that is definitely pointier. I could even use the same one as the Razorleaf. I don't really like that one. I love this big bridge. I mean, I can fit, I think, like 8 crew. I'll have to delete this so you can see all the actual stats. I just want to do a side-by-side comparison of the look right now. I copied the color scheme from the original as well, so it still has that same Mantis look and feel. I don't know if it will shake fear into those that roam the night like the original, but we will see. I'm pretty happy with this build. I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts, maybe some things that you might change, do differently, additions. I'm always looking for some tips and advice to try and work into some of the designs that I'm trying to play with. But this is a lot of fun, just kind of tinkering. It takes me so long, probably longer than a lot of other people, just because I search through these stupid parts forever. But let's get rid of the old OG Razorleaf. Bye-bye. Alright, so your grand total for this build is going to cost you 540,000 credits. So, not cheap. A little bit more expensive than, say, something like the Narwhal, which is going to run you 400 and some change. I don't remember the exact price, but so, you know, save up an extra 100,000 credits if you got high starship design or piloting, and you know, tweak out your Razorleaf, tweak out one of your other ships. I'm gonna do another video not too long from, hopefully, depending on my work schedule, but on tweaking out the Frontier. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's a ship that you can't get rid of, so you might as well turn it into a beautiful killing machine. Everything is nominal, so I think this build checks out. Let's go ahead and give it a tour. All right. So exciting. Thank you, friend. I hope you don't blow all that money in one place. All right, here she is, the new Razorleaf. Oh. Oh, baby. I love this weapons package underneath. Woo! I don't really... I wish there was a better way that you could attach or make weapons feel more part of the ship and not just like these weird things that have been slapped on. Because that just doesn't look pretty. I mean, I don't mind these underneath. That doesn't look too bad, but these just slapped on the top. And that's my bad. I could put them somewhere else. Maybe I try to put them on top. I don't know. I'll maybe tweak that a little bit later. Let's see this. Yes. Good choice. I'm happy with the pipe being able to see up all the way through the engine block there. It's like these whole engines are disconnected from the ship. Me likey. Ah, what a sexy reactor that is. Okay. So, there she is. Let's take a look at the inside, and then we will take her out for a spin. Alright. Oh, does it have that new ship smell? Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, this actually was the one that I was thinking about changing it to. I don't know why, or which one I was thinking about before that was compartmentalized. Ah, I made the right choice. This is the battle stations that I prefer. This is, I think, one of my favorite ones right here. I love just this big CNC console in the middle. There's another one on the bridge, making this feel like a battleship.
Oh, hello.
So this goes right up to... Oh, no. That is our exit. Oh, no. I may have made a boo-boo here. Nah. I don't know. I may change this out later to make that a companionway with a slim docker on the top. That way I can just keep one ladder all the way up. Although I kind of like that from one deck I can board another ship. I just don't like this ladder right here. I don't know. Here's the armory. Gonna fill this up with some sweet loot. Ah, yes. And then the beautiful Ares bridge. Ah, I mean, look at this. It just feels like a starship bridge. So cool. Again, another CNC console. Nice windows down. Okay. Little jumper seats. This is, I think, your cargo hold is, or the captain's locker. Yeah, cargo hold, captain's locker right there. I'm gonna have to crew this boy up. One last hab to look at, which is the captain's quarters. This is the only reason you would need to go up to the top deck, is for the captain's quarters. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if I like that with the couch and the... I guess the only other places would be there, which is also not a great place. Huh. I may tweak the layout a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with this overall. Let's get this bad boy into orbit. Let me show you what she looks like with the glorious stars light bathing her and being showered with the scraps of my enemies. It's a nice color scheme. I kind of wish that yellow was more gold, actually metallic. Like if I could get the same sort of golding bronze shine like the reactor on those secondary parts, I think I would like it better, and that would make it feel more like the Razorleaf upgrade if it had some chromed out parts here. Good looking ship. Let's take off. Alright, she flies. So now, because you are upgrading the already legendary ship of the Mantis, the Razorleaf does trigger some special dialogue. Occasionally you'll hear other people in space make some comments about the Mantis. I think there's a few other random encounters you might come across only flying the Razorleaf. So, you know, by upgrading this, you're going to be able to keep some of the bonuses and perks that you're going to get from the Razorleaf, even though you're in an actual in-game level ship here. So that is weapon 1. That's weapon 2. And then the weapon 3. So, all firing. Yeah, I like that tight little. I love these underneath, those freaking cannons. They have 6 power each, which is just bananas. That's why I could only put 2 on there. But there I am, just flying away. All right, let's pick a fight. Let's pick a fight. I think this could handle pretty high level, but usually Serpentis only dumps level 50s or something on me. But I think you'd be able to, you should be able to take out very high level I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think about my build? You gonna build it for yourself? Would you do some things differently on this build? I don't know. Let me know. Please share. There we go. Valrune. Okay.
Enemy's jump drive is offline. Directing a jump drive on target.
Yeah, so I'm not really trying that hard. The Eulogy. I love that name. Strip their shields in a few seconds.
Enemy's grab drive disabled.
Bye-bye.
Their grab drive is crippled. They're not escaping.
See how long it takes me to just disable all of his systems just by... Probably should just target him. Anyways, you get the idea. It's,
Enemy's grab drive out of commission.
definitely going to take care of you in a fight. So, just to take a look at its stats one last time here, guys, before I kind of go. I don't think I need to demo any more fights for you. I don't know. I could fly around forever and maybe I'll not find a fight hard enough to kill me. But, so I am using the Pinch 8Z reactor, which gives me 40. I do have a couple skill points that give me a little bit more than 40, so I have 42 reactor. 9 crew. I don't think I can actually have 9 crew. I think 8 is the max. I don't know. I'd have to check my skill. I do have that skill maxed out. 2,500 shields. I do have a few skill points invested in shields, but that is beefy. It's going to take a lot of hits to be able to even get down to your hull, which is also extremely beefy. Particle 137 and Particle 166 DPS. So you could add on missiles here if you don't want the EM weapons. I personally like to... I don't really need the extra damage from the missiles, and I like to be able to have the option of disabling and boarding them if I so choose. But that is sort of my build of the Razorleaf Reborn. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you watching. If you're still watching here at the end, please like, subscribe. I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.